to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this insane Tuesday, from the news we got yesterday to the insane news we got today, first of all, I want to give a shout out to legendary Intel, first dude in the room, hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. We're going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Now, if it's your first time finding the channel, I go live every day, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time without fail. What they say, longevity is what? Consistency. In order to get somewhere, you got to start somewhere. In order to get over there, you got to start from here. And you just got to walk it like you talk it. Right? So again, I drop videos on the weekends. Fight Night Friday is crazy. That's the extended show. Start off at 6, we finish at 8. But today, we gonna get busy. Now listen, if you love Xbox, then you love the King. Why wouldn't you, right? You came to an Xbox channel, it says Xbox Frontline News. So you're here to get the latest and greatest on whatever's going on with Xbox. And we do talk about other consoles. Now, take my invitation. Become a sub. On our way to 15K, we don't play. Now, Legendary, I don't know if you and Yobi got your packages yet. Pause. But they should be there soon. Should have been there already. But anyway, don't worry about that. We're going to get into some topics today. Now, I know yesterday we had a jam-packed show. And yesterday's show, we talked about many different topics. We went from here, we went from there. I didn't address the conversation that we had Sunday on Iron Lord's podcast when it came to people being upset with Jez for getting the interview with Matt Booty and Asha. And how it was framed on Iron Lord's podcast I like it. I like the conversation, but it kind of went where I wasn't going with it. What I was trying to say was, because listen, unbeknownst to a lot of you guys, I don't look at people's content. So I did not know what was going on Kind of Funny. I did not know what was being said. I didn't know that stuff. I don't go around looking at people's content. I really don't care. Man should not ever worry about man, especially when we're in the same field, because I don't want your thoughts to permeate my thoughts and stuff like that. I just don't want that stuff. So whatever opinions you're going to get here, you're going to get opinions based upon my own thinking, not somebody else's regurgitated content, and I'm bringing that over to you guys. No, this is going to be clearly my thoughts and my thoughts only. And if somebody happens to think alike, well, like minds think the same, great minds think the same, and there you have it. But when it came to the instance, I was like, oh, and I forgot to change that up there. I forgot to change that up there. Because we met the goal for Summer Games Fest, and I forgot to change that. I'm gonna put a daily goal for the Glizzy suit, since you maniacs be wanting me in it. So I'm gonna change that. Actually, I should change it right now. I should change it. Yeah, I'm gonna change it right now. Let me change that goal and that goal, right? For the Glizzy man. She's down here on my lap. Bella, go mommy. She got snacks. Go. Go. Go mommy. And boom, what's today's date? Today is the 3rd. 03. Da, ba, ba, da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, no, I can't end after that. I gotta end tomorrow. Okay, I gotta end tomorrow. So every day I gotta put the goal up, a daily goal. Boom. Done. All right. I'm getting better at this. Anyway, so listen. Yeah, I hear you, legendary Yobi. No Glizzy suits, but again, you got to give the crowd what the crowd wants, man. And I do have a shirt in the store that says Glizzy Man. Now, the wildest thing, I want to thank all of you guys for purchasing shirts. I've seen Death Before Dishonor sell a good amount. You guys actually did it. So I want to, shout out to you guys that actually did that. I don't know who is the person that brought the mustard heart shirt. I got to double check and see. I'm going to say thank you because I don't know. I'm pretty sure that you probably brought that for somebody. But March 17th is the end of Fair Games. All right. So March 17th is the end of Fair Games. Nope. I got to see how many people is going to buy the Glizzy Man shirt. I got to see what's going on after this because, it's the run for us to get to Summer Games Fest. So it's the run for us to do that. So it's cool. Now, first of all, I want to continue to talk about the Jez thing. So dudes saw Jez get the interview. And I guess for the lack of awareness, one individual felt to voice their opinion in a manner that kind of made other journalists, content creators kind of cringe and recoil. And let me tell you why. There's not one interview that I don't see on other channels that I don't say Iron Lords can do a better job. Not one. When Sarah was talking to, I think it was a female journalist, and she was talking about the console and all this other stuff, and she was talking about her life growing up and her father playing games and all this other stuff. I felt I could have did a better job. That's just the competitive nature of journalism. That's just the competitive nature of content creating. That's just the competitive nature of this medium. We feel that we could do a better job. Us at Lords of Gaming.net, yes, we have a website. We do have writers. We do interviews on Iron Lords podcast. And I think I'm going to start doing some solo interviews here. I do know enough people in the industry that I can actually do that and have those conversations. But mine will center around content creators, because I feel that content creators and some developers, not really CEOs and execs, because I got into this for the gaming aspect of it, and content creators and how they go about their world actually inspire me, because I get inspired from seeing other people's craft. So again, but I don't watch it, right? It's really weird when I go to it, but it does come across my timeline, right? So certain people I do kind of look at, like, oh no, it's Alex. I do like his work. Based upon, I don't do that work, so his work is like, it's fun to me. I do. It's just a couple of content. So I'm not going to get into it. But back to the Jez thing. So we all feel that same way. To voice it in a manner that comes across as jealousy, I think it kind of took away from his overall point. And then I didn't feel away with the initial. The world is going to judge you. So let the world judge you, right? And when the world judge you, they're going to judge you harshly. I said, this world is a cold place for man. And we're going to get into that cold place for man. We're going to talk about that because somebody made a comment based on Twitter, based upon my opinion of the God of War game. But let me get to this part first. World is a cold place for man, and the world is going to judge you, especially if you're a man, harshly, without any Vaseline. Pause. And especially a person of color. Now, there's a lot of people that probably feel that individual didn't need to be on that platform. And there's different levels of the hate that came at him. And I said, let me see how he recovers, right? Let me see how he recovers. What up, Mo? Yo, Mo, did you get that stuff yet? Let me know. So I didn't like the apology. Not saying that the apology is for me to like, it's for Jez. It's for Jez to like. It's not for me to like. But it just didn't sit for me because it felt half-assed. That's where I took issue. Initially, I said, let the world judge him. Let the world see. I didn't like it because somebody sent it to me. I would have never heard it. It would have just fell into the forest and I wouldn't have gave a damn. But Jez is a friend. I consider Jez a friend. If I can call you and you have my phone number and I can talk to you and we can chat back and forth, then you're a friend. And I consider it that way. And my circle of friends are tight. So I was happy for him when he got the interview. I'm generally am. If you got to think about it, that's a once in a lifetime shot, right? The first interview that you're going to get with the new regime. Because when Tick got the interview with Phil back in the days, rest in peace, Kyle, that was a huge thing. So now that Jez gets the shot and he asked the proper questions, the questions that you're supposed to ask, you got a little bit of time to make it happen. Because it's not like you got all day. It's not like you got an hour. You just got a short, finite period of time. And he went for it. I was happy. I was truly ecstatic. Big up my guy. Big up. Then I didn't know what was going on, and Jez posted that he appreciated the community, and I didn't want it. And I just joined in the tweet like, I love you, bro. And then I realized what went down and what happened. And then, I put out the tweet about envy and jealousy because we all suffer from some form of sin. None of us is absolved from sin. Everybody has some form of sin, right? When you gossip, that's a sin, man. So we all suffer from something. We're all trying to get past something. So I'm not going to sit there and excoriate the kid because I'm not. He's a kid. He's learning. He's young enough to grow from this space. And I don't know if he reached out to Jez. That's not my business. But I just didn't like how the conversation went because I have a son. I have sons. And my job is to protect my boys. I don't care how old you get. You're my boy. My job is to do that because I know this world is going to treat you like dirt, chew you up and spit you out. My daughters, my job is to protect them as well, but the world is a little bit softer for women, especially if you're a pretty woman. The world is just a little bit softer for you. Still going to be rough, but just a little bit softer. And, I just wanted to just have a conversation with him and tell him, man, it's going to be okay. I saw his defensive guard, I saw a kid. I saw a kid defending himself, pride and ego, because first, ego is going to step up to try to stop what's going on. Because that's your self-defense mechanism. That's what is there for you. So I didn't like how the conversation went. And I didn't want to look like that it's an attack on him because, again, you don't diffuse an attack with an attack. You diffuse an attack with love. So again, just nothing but love to him. And I was trying to send words of wisdom his way. And without wording it to him or anything like that. Because again, when the world is beating you down, you don't need another person that looks like you that's supposed to have more wisdom than you coming in and pounding on or piling on. So I didn't want it to come off like that. And I do apologize if it came off anything like that because, again, I saw a youth trying. He's in a space. This is a very harsh space. Now, getting to the individual that felt that they wanted to go at me for my opinion about the Goddess of War spinoff with Freya being the main character. Now, for a long period of time, we heard that Cory Barlog was going to take the God of War to Egypt. I didn't feel, and this is my pure assessment when it comes to Kratos. My pure assessment when it comes to Kratos is he's such a dominant figure. He doesn't need help. He doesn't need Atreus. It's not necessary. So it's further emasculating the character that I felt that was the most masculine character, the most show of force character that you could possibly have. Right? He said woke of war. Woke is not it. If you would have said feminist of war, that'd have been absolutely it. Use your words. You are here to use your words. That word woke means to wake up from sleep. And if they're having a feminist agenda, that means that you're still asleep. So it's not woke. All right. So let's not use that. Use your words. You got words. Use it. Use the word. Let's identify you for who you are. Let's do that. Because again, we have to use words so we can identify people. When we identify racists, when we identify bigots, when we identify male chauvinistic pigs, we have to identify them for the words that they use. When there's feminist agendas, when there's different kind of agendas, we have to identify it. So using a blanket word woke is not going to work. But my main problem with what they're doing, the bastardization of the Kratos character, is they took a beloved character that I love, the one that David Jaffe made, the icon. You see, when PlayStation was building itself up, they had iconic characters, female characters, male characters that stood strong in their feminine energy or their masculine energy, but nonetheless, they didn't take away from the other. You got to understand where I'm going here. I just felt that to take that character and to bring it to where we got it, yeah, a lot of people felt that 2018 was the game of the year. I didn't. I felt Spider-Man was the game of the year. But they felt that God of War was the game of the year, and I never felt that way because I saw what I saw. I realized exactly what you did to my character. He put his weapons up. You made him weak. You made him soft. You made him want to seek peace. And Kratos is not a peace-seeking god or Spartan, right? So you fundamentally changed the core of the character, and then you gave him this kid that you kind of forced on us that isn't that. But now you want to do a spinoff and you want to do fair. Now, for whatever it is, it could be a good game. It could be. And on principle of what I want from this character, from Kratos, give me God of War, the character. Give me Kratos, the man. Give me Kratos decoupled from Atreus. Give me that game. That's the problem. And the individual said, but they're gonna make 1, 2, and 3, and you got that. They're pleasing you with that. I have absolutely zero confidence in them being faithful to whatever that is, whatever that looks like, right? Whatever that turns out to actually be, I have zero faith in it because there are people in place now that is going to fundamentally break what the original game was. They're going to walk away from the fact that Kratos is a womanizer. They're going to walk away from the fact that he's a polarizing character. He is a narcissistic, ego-driven, maniac. But what they're going to walk away from that is not going to be there because this society at this moment right now is too sensitive to those things. So bringing that into play, it's not going to work. I have zero faith in it. Do I want to see it? Yes. Please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. But even the notion that this game will be out first before the remakes lets me know where we're heading. And I pray it's not real. And he's like, wait till you see the gameplay and judge it on the gameplay. Great merits, bro. Great merits. He said, well, they were saying that about Ghost of Yode, and look, the game sold 6 million. First of all, don't come to me with sales numbers. I don't give a damn about them. Really, to be real with you, only time I report sales numbers is based upon you guys or information that's popping up on what Twitter's talking about, what is actually trending. I don't care about numbers. I care about my copy and my copy only. But from Ghost of Tsushima, I wanted the extension of that story. You understand? I wanted more of that story with that character. That's what I wanted. If you wanted to do some split thing, kind of like Assassin's Creed, where they were able to do the masculine and the feminine, if you saw Assassin's Creed Shadows, you got a chance to understand what a dynamic is and how that actually works. So again, when I brought up Resident Evil Requiem, people was like, oh, that's not even the best Resident Evil. That wasn't the conversation that I was having with you. I understand that there's an attack on masculine energy and people are not noticing it for what it is. And if I bring it up to you, you guys are going to, I guess, fall down into your beta energy and not champion what we supposed to have. let's not forget that there are young men and women playing these games. They're looking for direction. Okay, so understand that part. So if we lead them the wrong way, it's going to end up bad and it's going to go down the wrong way. You're forcing individuals to have a quiet voice when they should have a good voice. They should be strong in their nature. So again, you're forcing things against their nature. And that was my take on it. So I didn't like what he said, and I kind of had to address it today. Because I think a lot of times people forget that we are humans. I have kids. I'm pretty sure that guy don't have no kids. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't understand what it is to actually worry about your children on a day-to-day basis. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't. But if he does have kids, I think he should really look at what's going on in the world today, because it's absolutely terrible. But the hell with that. Let's get to what is good. Now, Game Pass. You know I love Game Pass. You know I try to play it every day. And I got some stuff to talk to Asha about whenever I do ever see her, if I ever see her. And it really would center around, what is your commitment to Game Pass, because nobody's talking about it. I'm terrified of the prospect of the language that I'm hearing around Game Pass. With PlayStation seemingly pulling back single player games, which there's no real indication that that's a factual thing, especially with Death Stranding 2 coming out this month. There's no real facts based in anything. Show me that you're not. Because if Ghost of Yode pops up on PC, then none of that stuff is actually valid, right? It turns into a bowl of insecure PlayStation fans soup. Like their precious single player games mean anything other than dead IP sitting inside a warehouse someplace in somebody's vault, and them struggling to make money, but them squeezing more out of you and giving you less. I would rather them send that game someplace else to make more money and don't bother me. You understand? You got a real warped mentality when it comes to actually thinking that you possess anything. You absolutely possess nothing when it comes to these companies. People think they're entitled to something. You're not. When it's a point of sale, you purchase your console. If that console died that day, that's your business. You purchased it, they gave it to you. That's it. There was no promise. The promise was to get you the console. So again, we have this weird feeling that we are entitled to something, and just let's stop that. But Game Pass is actually bringing something dope. This is the month, and it's March, and we want to see what's coming up this month. So remember when they were teasing Cyberpunk, and I like those little teases here and there. I like when it happens. Now, somebody brought it to my attention that it was on PlayStation Plus, or it has been on PlayStation Plus in the past. And what I'm going to say, if a tree falls in the forest while I hear it, this is Xbox Frontline News. And I'm talking to those people that care about Xbox news, right? Am I right? So again, if we're excited, why does that take away from your enjoyment? Good, we're waiting for it to show up. If it's already over there in PlayStation Plus and you happen to have PlayStation Plus, then go play it and shut up. Don't worry about me. So coming to Xbox Game Pass, Cyberpunk 2077, Planet of Lana 2, and more. So available today, Final Fantasy 3 is available for Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass Premium, and Game Pass PC. So remember they had some little 8-bit edition or whatever the hell that was, and it was like an amalgamation. Every month they've been releasing each one. So if you got a chance to finish the first one, Final Fantasy, the first one, and you moved on to Final Fantasy 2, and now Final Fantasy 3. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If you got a chance to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, well, then you know that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has damn near tripled everything as far as the enjoyment goes to that game. Playing it on Steam, got it on Steam. I got the Steam code, actually. Never got a chance to play it on Xbox, so my Steam code actually worked well with me because I wanted to play it on my Xbox ROG. Well, I wanted to play it on my Steam Deck, and then I had got my Xbox ROG Ally X. All right. Coming soon is to a T, with Game Pass Premium. I don't know what that is. EA Sports F1 25 coming to Game Pass Ultimate. That should be good. Now, one of the bigger games that's supposed to be launching inside Game Pass on March 5th is A Planet of Lana 2. Oh, Afro Vic with the £2 super chat. Losing day and date would be bad. Not for me, though. Yeah, losing day and date would be terrible on your main IPs. You see, Planet of Lana 2 showing up day and date, cool. That's a great thing. Losing in-house IPs when you built that on that, that's bad. I don't care what you have to do. Figure it out. You told me to pay 30, I paid 30. Figure it out. I don't care if I don't play Call of Duty. That wasn't the deal. The deal was first party games, day and date in the service, you give me 30. Didn't like that because it started off with a cheaper price, but we got to 30. Didn't fight, didn't cancel. I know a lot of people canceled when they went to 30. I love Xbox games, so I'm buying them anyway. But I want the discount. Give me the Game Pass. You said 30, I give you 30. You pull it back, you're going to get a conversation. That's going to be a terrible video. And I'm going to at each and every last one of them. All right, so available day one with Game Pass is a puzzle solver. So again, if you like Inside and games like that, this should definitely pique your interest. Construction Simulator. That's on March 10th. If you are one of those individuals that can go to construction sites, I never understood why they had the holes inside the wall and you can go look and peek and see and all that stuff. I was never a Bob the Builder kid. That stuff never resonated with me. But if it resonates with you, yeah, 30 is expensive already. They better not go up. I don't care. They better put that damn game in there. Because if you're getting $30 a month for every month that game isn't in there, and then when that game show, it's bad enough that I got to buy the DLC and you don't give me the Vault Edition. It's bad enough that. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Cyberpunk 2077 comes out March 10th. I know it's been a while, but then we get a chance to get the DLC on discount. So hopefully during this period of time when it's inside Game Pass, the DLC is on discount. I remember a long time ago that we thought that Cyberpunk was going to launch inside Game Pass, and it would have did it a great service had it did that, but it didn't do that. And I guess they were in talks to try to do that. But some of these larger IPs that are bigger than life won't ever do it. And it's okay that you don't do it. It's not that we got to force your hand to do it. Listen, if a game comes out and it's not inside Game Pass, I'm going to buy it if I want to play it. You saw Resident Evil 9, right? Okay. If it's not inside Game Pass, it better be Play Anywhere. But we're starting to realize the thing that makes it Play Anywhere is the Game Pass factor. It's going to, at some point in time, go into the platform. So I believe at some point in time, Remake is going to make it into the platform. I think when Rebirth comes out, Remake is going to go inside Game Pass. Just saying. It's just a hunch. Hollow Knight 2 Silk Song is joining Premium. We already have it with Ultimate. DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse, Ready to Party. Game Pass Ultimate, March 17th. And they said, in case you missed it, Diablo 2 Resurrected came out February 11th. And Diablo 2 is now available for cloud. And game updates, Black Ops, Warzone, if y'all into that. I'm not into that. But again, Game Pass, the gift that keeps on giving. I personally love everything about it. I know it's a little pricey for some, but then there's other tiers for you. if you want to go down those tiers and play those games. Listen, I don't know what your finances look like. I don't know if buying one game actually works out for you opposed to anything else. I happen to play a lot of multiplayer games. I happen to play a lot of games. And I do like to jump in and out and try different games. It works well for me. If it gets too crazy, I will go down a tier. But again, I'm like paid up to 2029. All right, so play as Solid Snake in Rainbow Six Siege today. Operating, so this is, I ain't gonna lie. Rainbow Six Siege is, I thought that thing was supposed to die long time ago. It's not. These guys over there, it's like For Honor in this game has a crowd, a fan base. Yo, I tried to jump in with Sinister. This game is crazy. If you think extraction shooters are crazy, this game, your heart, talk about your heartbeat. Talk about pulse. Bro, this game is the game that doesn't stop. Ubisoft is a killer. All right, so Solid Snake is in, and okay, so this is the kind of stuff that I like. I like cross-pollination with different IPs from different companies. Konami seems to be a little bit more loose with their IPs, making it happen. So I have no problem with this right now. So Solid Snake is now a new permanent operator in Rainbow Six Siege. A new operator, bro, that's permanent. Look at this, man. The Solartron radar, bro, man. Yo, if this game learning curve wasn't so steep, look, he got the knife in his hand, holding it sideways to jig you. If the learning curve wasn't so steep, I'll be willing to jump inside. Oh, what's up? My man, makes city sense with the welcome to Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. Man, Snake has fangs, Solid Snake's loadout. You get two primary weapon options for Solid Snake and inspired by his iconic loadouts in Metal Gear Solid series. The F2 assault rifle offers a blistering fast fire rate with a fairly substantial recoil. Fortunately, this can be mitigated now with the grip attachments that are available and a powerful yet formidable weapon. If you prefer to hit harder with every shot, pause. The PMR 90A2 is designed marksman's rifles, packs a punch, and can be equipped with a suppressor to suit Solid Snake's stealthies out. Yo, is that Sam Fisher? Is that Sam Fisher? Is that Sam Fisher? Is that Sam Fisher from the Netflix show? Wait a second. Here's what it looked like, though. I think that's something that dudes is gonna have to buy just for the sake of just getting it. Get it with the battle pass. But you gotta unlock the battle pass. I hate that part. I gotta play it. I gotta keep playing it. Yo. Is that Sam Fisher? Yo, yes, Sam Fisher is also. Hawaiian Hayes 808 with the $2 super chat. $2 sticker blessings. I salute you. Do you know what that means? That's something that we thought we'd never see in this lifetime, that shit is screen. Yo! That's crazy. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Wow. Now, I have a lot of people that, that aren't gamers like that, per se. They're just super casual. And the level of misinformation that's going around is absolutely insane. So first of all, with that level of misinformation, and I see a lot of shorts that's going around with misinformation. Listen, I'm glad Asha's coming out with doubling down on hardware. The Xbox head doubles down on the importance of consoles, said that it's a reference experience. We will be Team Xbox. We'll get through this together. And I know this is pretty old, but this is my man Fraser Gilbert back at it again. And he's given his spin on the conversation on them doubling down on hardware. They already approved the SoC. Would there be hardware after this? I doubt it very seriously. I think this is the last generation coming up. The next generation coming up is the last generation for hardware. Not Nintendo. Not Nintendo. Just please. Not Nintendo. But I love the fact that they're coming out and getting ahead of it, I have 3 commitments that I laid out. We will deliver great games. Everything is a downstream of great games. That means empowering studios to do their best work. The second thing is to return to Xbox. We're going to start with the console and make sure that we understand that this is our reference experience. And she expounded on that with the Jez interview, what she meant by this. We will meet players where they are and build experience that instantly, seamlessly accessible. So remember, I told you it was contradictions in that, but what she means that the point of reference, Xbox will have a console. And if you want a game from right there, then fine, that is great. But see, instead of saying everything is an Xbox, they're focusing on the Xbox and not walking away from that piece of hardware. And I think that is the most important thing when it comes to letting the Xbox brand know and letting the Xbox fan base understand that they value your commitment to what you did to the device. And understanding that there are gamers that are outside of the ecosystem that definitely want to partake in your great games that will never buy an Xbox. So what do you have to do? You have to do what any other company will do. You have to survive. And in order to survive, you have to be versatile. You have to be smart about it. Because I saw some things, right? Again, I see people championing PlayStation walking away from PC and saying that PC, they could do without it. I beg to differ. But I did see High Moon Studios come out to actually kind of explain to Colin what is the reason why PC is necessary with these games. And I watched and I saw it and I said, I hear both sides. Like I told you before, as a rabid fanboy of Xbox, I would burn the company to the ground. Based on the fact that I will make sure that no games go no place and it will only be on Xbox. I will force you over here. I will take Call of Duty from everybody and only place it on Xbox and sell a fraction of how many games that's supposed to go out. I would make sure that all the games that you got is the last games that you get, and anything coming out next is the only place that you could play it is on Xbox. And I will do that. That will be my first edict. To do that, to remove everything from you. Not take what you got. Leave you with that and let you know that's the last time you paid for it is yours. That's it. Not no 2 years, not no 4 years, nothing. Nothing. And I kind of see how Colin feels the same way because Colin will burn PlayStation to the ground. Much like I will burn Xbox to the ground. But High Moon Studios CEO came out and explained, you got a game that is X amount of million and it took X amount of years to make. And you get a chance to make back some money off of placing it on PC and placing it in other places. I saw the conversation. I understand the argument. And I absolutely get it. And I feel that it makes sense. Because from a developer standpoint, from every developer that I speak to, and I don't care if they're first-party developers, they want their games everywhere. See, you don't go and paint the Mona Lisa and just lock it in a closet and only share that gift to friends that come over your house and say, yo, look at this. How do you truly know how great your painting is if only your friends and family saw it? The world needs to see it in order to let you know if it's good or if it's bad. How many times have companies, as Microsoft, internally showed a game, didn't put a game out, and that goes to High Guard. Let's say High Guard. High Guard is closing its doors on March 17th. And High Guard should have had more eyes on their title, right? That's my opinion of it. I think the more people that play it, the more people can give you feedback, and the likelihood of the game surviving is higher. Or the likelihood of you delaying the game to make it great is better. Or you're finding out that you got a hit and you put it out and you can start building a roadmap. But the more people see it, the better. I don't agree with Sony's idea of that, and I think it's hogwash anyway. And as much as I have to use that same energy for Sony, I have to use the same energy with Xbox. I think we're at a different age. I think we're at a different day in time. No longer do we ship consoles, and that console is that generation and is a closed environment. Once back compatibility became a thing, it kind of destroyed the necessary need in order to move up. It destroyed the whole trade your console in and start from scratch. I was naive to think that this generation was going to be a start from scratch when actually you carried everything over. Your digital footprint started the last generation. So again, broadening your perspective in games and putting games on PC is the best thing. So if they only do it there, cool. I get it. So they can stop monetizing their fan base. The reason why I bring that to you is because Marathon's post-launch content includes free seasonal update, new runner shell, and more. You know, Bungie sci-fi extraction shooter launches March 5th and is just around the corner, and it's projected to only sell 80 to 90,000 copies. That's a death knell. I hope that it doesn't fall flat. I hope that it does have a long life, because unlike Helldivers, there's no resurgence when you introduce the Xbox crowd to it. PC is going to be the main proponent in making sure a game like this survives. And I know that PlayStation said that they're going to continue placing multiplayer games on PC. But hopefully, Xbox helps out. If you guys played it and liked it, I wish it was just a little bit of speed up option, a little bit of just updates to fix it. And I didn't get a chance to go play more of it that day because COG said they fixed a lot of it. But you see, aesthetically, it looks better. It looks better to me. You have the shaders, you have the textures, you have the lighting. It looks better to me. And that's just a me thing, not a you thing. Right? If you felt that it looked better before, I think that it looks a whole lot better now. You see it, you can see the ray tracing inside or the map tracing on the guns. You see the destroyer running up with the shield. That's the one I use. I can get into the world. I just need to play more. So they got launch content. They got Nightfall. They got rank mode. They got second season and beyond. I truly hope if y'all guys got a chance to play it, if it's going to be any good, if you like it, let me know. Because again, the worst thing that we can have is games taking long to come out, kind of like High Guard, and just going the way of the dodo really quickly. It's a brutal environment. And again, some games, if you don't set them up right, you're just setting them up to fail. Yo, I definitely can't wait for Phantom Blade Zero. If you didn't get a chance to play Phantom Blade Zero, I can tell you I'm a huge Chinese drive-in movie theater fan. The game is a masterpiece for me. Some people are going to hate it. And it's just going to be that. Some people are going to hate it. But for me, the art style, the way, it's just the way that he moved. Like when there's a lot of different things to it that actually captivated me the moment I actually saw it. So again, I cannot wait for it. Don't want no slack jaw neutrals jumping on glizzies when Magnus come out. Oh, facts. Listen. When the Magnus comes out, I don't want to hear any crap. It's going to be what it's supposed to be. I want to know why you're not calling out Steam. How come you're not calling out Steam? They said the first half of the year. First half of the year is almost over. Y'all not calling out Steam. Remember when I told you that Nintendo was going to have a show at the end of February? Well, they held it over for a couple of days. February is a short month. First week of March, you got that indie show. The King is always on time. Everything announced during the March Nintendo Indie World Showcase. They had Denshitak. I don't know what that is. What is this? What is this? It's a bus? Are you serious? This is what we doing? It's a bus? Oh, it's different stuff. You grinding? Shout out to diversity in games. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, y'all didn't even hear it. All right, June 17th. All right, so My Little Puppy was next. All right, so remember when you had the 3DS and you were able to raise your puppy and I had that. Okay, so don't judge me. Okay, what is this heave ho? What is this heave ho? What is heave ho? What is heave ho? What? Hey, yo! You gotta chuck people? He said, eat pork and shut up. Yo, y'all stupid. All right, yo, Moonlighters 2. All right, I can get down with this. I can get down with Moonlighters 2. Moonlighters 1 was definitely dope, so Moonlighters 2. Woo! I know that's on everything, boy. Yeah, chain together vibes. That's what I got with it too. So, all right, so we know what Moonlighters 2 is. It gives me Zelda. I love it. I ain't gonna lie. Wudo. What the hell is Wudo? I didn't see it.
Hello. We're the team behind Widow. Do you remember a time when your backyard and neighborhood streets felt like the entire world?
Хоть мы и выросли в разных местах, нас объединяет одно общее
No, it didn't
чувство.
feel like the whole world to me.
Это Фокси, сердце нашей истории. И она так-то собрала нас вместе.
Denn auch wenn wir erwachsen sind, ist diese Magie aus unserer Kindheit nie verschwunden.
Okay. That's some Nintendo stuff. It said assemble wooden scenes piece by piece like a coloring book and watch them come to life and with color and animation as you place them. All right, cool. Anyway, that's not for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. But mini shoot.
The Unchosen has returned. Your village has been captured. All your friends and family are trapped in corrupted crystal, and it's
What?
all up to you to save them.
Shoot! That sounds like an adventure.
A mini-shoot adventure. Take control of a swift and responsive spaceship as you blast your way through this modern twin-stick
did
shooting twist
asteroids.
on the classic 8-bit adventure
They
formula.
did asteroids.
Overcome bosses in intense bullet-filled battles
Asteroids
by
with a
finding
story.
primordial powers that soup up your combat abilities.
You can also upgrade your ship by leveling up, finding various items, and buying
It's asteroids with a story. It's asteroids with a story. What is this? The Midnight Walk.
What is the dark?
Oh, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this.
Is it a place
I remember
for
this.
monstrosities,
Freaky Ziggy.
for fools lost in
Freaky Ziggy.
a terrible void?
I remember that. I remember that. All right. I remember that. Rotwood. What's Rotwood? Yo, they look, your man look crazy. He got a hammer. This one got a knife. This one got a cannon. What is Rotwood?
Rated everyone 10 and up.
Did anybody get a chance to watch this? Because I didn't get a chance to watch this. I know that ain't the game. I know that. I know what is not the game. Show the game. Show the game. Oh! 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 It's giving Towerborn energy. It's giving Towerborn energy. Okay, that's the first one I'm gonna give full screen love to. This giving Towerborn energy. Mixtape. Xbox stuff. We already know what this is. Xbox, we already know what mixtape is. And I put on here. Blighted. Is this good? Is this any good? Oh! Oh! All right. All right. Okay. Oh, that's a giant dead. Blighted. All right. Okay. All right. They started kicking up. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, listen. My Switch 2 gotta get played, baby. It gotta get played. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it ain't gotta get played. It gotta get played, baby. It gotta get played. Dead Zone Rogue. What's this? Let's see that.
Hi, I'm Justin from Prophecy Games in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Scott. We love the feeling of progression you get in roguelikes, and we were inspired to create an FPS roguelike in our favorite genre, sci-fi.
Sci-fi lets us imagine futures just out of reach, and in Dead Zone Rogue, everyone pulls you deeper into that world.
That's it.
Starting when you awaken on a mysterious ship.
We've worked hard to craft rich, immersive atmospheres, unique enemies, and snappy gunplay that leaves a lasting impact.
We hope you enjoy playing Dead Zone Rogue as much as we do.
Let's go.
A spaceship overrun with biomechanical creatures, an arsenal
Nintendo
of
stepping their game up,
and a mysterious origin to uncover. That's what awaits in Dead Zone Rogue,
okay.
A new sci-fi shooter that combines tight,
I thought the
satisfying
graphics would look better
with strategic progression.
It doesn't, but it's a
Select
role
missions and squad up with friends, or fight solo through a series of challenging rooms.
But we can do
with
it with
support for
friends,
mouse
though.
controls using the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Gain perks and permanent upgrades by defeating enemies and
First-person
bosses
shooter
in high-intensity
gave it a little twist.
With hundreds of builds and a variety of foes, each run feels epic and unique.
All
so
of
no
this
run is the
backed
same?
by a rip-roaring original soundtrack.
Fight, revive, adapt, repeat in Dead Zone Rogue, emerging from the void on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, March 17th.
A lot of these games are coming out very soon. Oh, that's a montage of the demos and more. Okay, they got blueprints, and that's about it. All right, so, I mean, listen, it's indie joint. Blueprints is definitely something that you got to play. Definitely a day one type of thing for them. If you haven't played Blueprints and you got a Nintendo Switch 2 and you haven't played it on Xbox, definitely something to play. I was playing Blueprints. I got a chance to do it on Frontline gaming streams. Definitely something that you're going to love. Now, we're going to get into the topic that means the most to me. Xbox buying WB games. Now, you know, I go to different sites and I go to gamesbizindustry.biz and I went and got this information. Now, there's more information to this story. The story is Netflix boss says Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers will result in cuts of excess of $16 billion within 18 months or so. Acting like Netflix wasn't going to do the same exact thing. Now, Paramount purchasing WB, that was big Hollywood stepping in and flexing their muscles. I feel that the movie theater, the movie industry is on its last leg. Had Netflix was able to acquire WB, that would have been further pushing them to the edge. With Paramount getting WB, the movie industry is stronger. Now, what Paramount does support is physical media. So where a lot of physical media was actually going away, Paramount actually is the one movie, the movie house that actually produces the most physical media. So we can look forward to steel cases of movies. Now, what this actually means is, I saw today, happy birthday to Zack Snyder. Today is Zack Snyder's birthday. They're talking about the Dark Knight Returns type of movie thing. He's looking into that, and he's looking to do Justice League finale, something of that nature. I don't know. I don't know what that means for James Gunn. But what I heard is that Paramount has no interest in the games, and they're going to sell them off. I don't know, for $50 to $60 billion is what they're looking for. Now, they didn't have people looking to purchase WB games before, when Discovery was trying to sell them before the AT&T acquisition. So my question is, who is looking to purchase them now? I don't believe that they're going to give up the IPs, because I think they will like to license the IPs, right? But the developers themselves are hugely talented. Neville Realms, Rocksteady. these developers are key to what we need in the industry. They make great games. I don't want them to go away. Now, if you're buying them for $60 billion, do you get the IPs? Do you get the Mortal Kombat IP? Do you get the Hogwarts Legacy? The Harry Potter IP? What IPs do you get for that money when you know companies are in the business of acquiring IPs? Now, the only reason why I say Xbox, because I'm an Xbox fan. I'm an Xbox guy. But I think this, and I'm talking to Asha now. I'm talking to Asha and Matt Booty, and you have a lot of people around you, Craig Duncan. This is a perfect opportunity for you to make the splash that you need to make. This is the perfect opportunity to double down on bringing games to Game Pass. This is the perfect opportunity to get a hold of IPs that people have been looking forward to. But more than anything else, this is the perfect opportunity for you to start building your universe that can go up against Sony's universe with Marvel. If you own the IPs, you're not going to be paying a licensing fee to anyone. You own the IPs, then you can make your games. You can make a Batman game. You can make a Superman game. You can make a Justice League game. You can build and start building your IPs, your universe, your heroes. We know that the Blade IP cost a grip. And there was a lot of questions on if that IP itself would hinder Xbox in some form or fashion due to the licensing like PlayStation has. It's crippling to see what Marvel is charging PlayStation when it comes to these IPs. And I just hope that Xbox is able to acquire WB. I want to know if you guys are looking forward to them getting Batman, working on a new Arkham type of game, or trying to figure out maybe if it's just like a Damian, that's his son, Damian Wayne game, him growing up in the footsteps of Batman. There's different ways that you can make these IPs and you can start making a wonderful world when it comes to this. I personally am looking forward, championing, and expecting to hear great news. Now, very early on, nobody wanted to purchase WB games. And I guess because they weren't giving IPs. But Paramount is not in the gaming business. They don't have a gaming bone in them. They don't have any gaming interests. The only fear that I had when Netflix getting a hold of WB was they do have gaming sensibilities. They do have stuff. He said, is about to find out in 2026, Wolverine. Yeah. They do have games. They do have a pipeline in order to deliver games. So now that Paramount has them, and I don't agree with how Paramount went and got them, but it's a record sale. I think it's $100+ billion that they win. I think 108 or 107, something like that. 106, 108, something like that. $1 billion. From the initial 80, they went to a place that Netflix was not willing to go. So, me personally, I would love to see a Lobo game. I would love to see a Flash game. I would love to see a Green Lantern game. I would love to see you building a universe based upon those IPs. I would love to see further growth in the development of developers. Because think about it this way. If nobody jumps in to buy WB games, then they just close them. And it just becomes a charge on a debt sheet. I personally don't want to see that. I personally want them to survive. But I think that in a world where PlayStation has acknowledged and has shown you that they're building up, what happened? A lot of haters in the chat. Xbox World Dominance. Amy Hood noted approving any more acquisitions. Is the reason why Ed Boon was talking about Killer Instinct? Yeah, probably so. Listen, let him talk. I told you, don't ban him. If he's not cursing, leave him alone. If he's not cursing, leave him alone. Rashado, leave him alone. Leave him alone. If he's not cursing, if he's not being rude, if he's just talking smack about Xbox, good. I talk smack about PlayStation. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Y'all know what it is. It's over for them. Especially if they take their games off PC, but they're not. But this gives us a counterbalance to the Marvel universe that they're building over there. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. I want to thank over the 200 plus that have been here today. We did that thing. It's Tuesday. We're going to roll ourselves into Wednesday tomorrow. And I want to say thank you guys for showing up. But I want you to do what I try to do, what I always like to do, what you should be doing, is I want you to go with game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass. But before you go there, I told you I got the best intro in the game, and now nobody can mess with this intro. So I want you, before you leave, to check it out.
What's a man or a king? Relentless the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Relentless the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?